Well, the votes are in, and it looks like we're doing a walk around of Green with Envy. So let me give you the high level. It's a 2019 JLUR. I bought it, I don't know, about a year and a half ago, and it's gone through several iterations. And this has been the biggest one to date. It's been about a year ago doing the axle swaps. So let's just dive into it. So we'll start in the front end. LOD front Stinger. I love that equipment, super heavy duty. I've got them across the board, and we'll talk about that. I've got a Factor 55 along with a Smittybilt X2O, 12,000 pound winch, rigid light. It was the highest, brightest power light that I could at the time to mount it there. I've got down here the front camera, placed it nicely inside of the LOD front bumper. And coming over here, a little Motobilt blinkers. I needed that when I did the fender deletes with the axle swaps. And so these are Bicyaco, if I remember right how you say it, from Amazon lights. I love them. They're unique. They're not everywhere, which is what I kind of like. So if you come over here, Mickey Thompson, Baja Boss 40s. And so this is my daily setup. I've got another setup for wheeling, but this is my daily rig. And so you've got KMC, Robbie Gordon wheels. So a nicer offset for dailies. It's a 4.75 offset, which is pretty spot on for what I need. Gatekeeper Off-Road and some Baja Designs lights. Love it. Those are pretty sweet. I like that too. Inside inner fender wells is going to be American Adventure Lab quick disconnects. I love these guys. The amount of times I've taken this thing off to work on the Jeep takes all of 15 seconds to take it off, which I absolutely love. So let's look underneath. So here we've got Fusion Dana 60 front. I've got the Fusion steering setup, which is super awesome. JKS quick disconnects. Eventually I'll probably go with some anti-rocks, but I'm just not there yet. And again, Fusion front end steering across the board. I've got an aux locker up front, 35 spline. I upgraded, not the knuckle at the time, I didn't really want to, but what we did was with Dan, we put some super joints on it. So if I ever break a front axle shaft, I'll probably just go custom RCVs, but that's where we got super hardcore axle right there. Chris from 4x4 Garage, the thing is awesome. That clamp is amazing. The thing does not come off. You can even see where it used to sit. That thing is amazing. PSC front, it's a 9-inch ram, so I got a full 9-inch steering on it. I've been really happy with it so far. Out of everything I've installed, that's the one thing that has given me slight problems here and there, but I've done all this myself, so it doesn't shock me if some of it's my own problem. Yukon hubs, obviously. Selectable hubs, those things have been great. And so let's look at sliders. So sliders LOD, and they've been put through some stuff. Painted the outside a little bit red to match the Jeep. Super hardcore, I like it. Underneath, I don't know if you'll be able to see, it started with a Metal Cloak 3.5-inch Game Changer lift. And so most of it is still there. The only thing I changed was I went with the 4.5-inch Rock Crawler springs to make sure I had enough clearance when I did the axle swap. Because I'm running, I'll show you guys in a little bit, I'm running 43 stickies when I'm wheeling. Also underneath, I've got full belly Artec skids, because this is a 2-liter turbo with the e-torque. There's additional coverage for that damn battery box in the back, which I wish I could get rid of. Let's go to the back. So if you notice, I've got the little stealth mount for my jack, which is awesome, for my high lift jack. Power tank, 15-pound tank. It's amazing. It's awesome. I've got the rock hard mounts for PRP 5-point harnesses. And so I don't use them on a daily basis, obviously, since this is my daily driver. Also with my kids, but I do pull those guys out whenever I go wheeling and need it. Let's go in the back. Let's see what else we got. LOD, again, rear fender, or rear bumper, excuse me. Excessive Industries delete which I really like. I added this Max Built light and rear brake light for like 30 bucks. It was great because Texas law requires you to have one, I found out. Anyway, rigid lights in the back to light up at night. Let's look at this guy back here. So this is where it's at. 14 bolt full shave Fusion, and it has got 40 splines, so I don't anticipate having any issues with that. Again, the rock crawler springs. It's air actuated lockers front and rear. At first it was cable for the aux, but I was just having issues with it, so I'm air front and rear, air being the back, aux in the front, but air actuated. I've got the muffler delete. It's a cheap mod. Not sure I fully love it, but it does open up quite a bit of clearance for me. Less things to beat up. Okay, let's come around here. Anything in the back? Pretty much every tool that I use on this Jeep sits in the back, because you just never know, right? You just never know. Inside is pretty stock. The only thing I've done is I've mounted, I don't know if you can see it, I mounted my ARB compressor underneath and it's the single one. I didn't need the dual because I've got the power tank, so I just used the single one, and it's worked out well for my lockers. It's a worst case scenario if I need to air up something else. Alien shade, just to keep the sun off. Let's see what else I got up here. Anything else fun? CB. I run rugged radios now, which I like. Oh, this is really sweet. So I love this thing. This is an Element Fire Stick. So instead of mounting a fire extinguisher all the way in the back, which you're not going to be able to get to in time, this thing mounts up top and is equivalent, if I remember right, to at least a 5-pound tank, and it'll spray for like 45 seconds. So I hope to never need it, but it's really sweet that you can have it mounted within reaching distance, and it does not take up a lot of space. Everything else inside is pretty stock. Again, I daily this thing, so it's got daily stuff in it, but I try to clean it out before we go wheeling. Artec brackets. Nothing special in terms of these pod lights, but they turned out all right. And then rock lights all around, as you notice. Again, with me dailying it, nothing's perfect. I need to fix that, but it looks good, just the way it is. So anyway, that is Green with Envy, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments. This has been a lot in the making, and everything that's been done to this Jeep, shockingly, I've done myself in my garage. And I am not mechanically inclined at all. So for it to not literally blow up when I'm driving it down the road is a miracle in and of itself. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you guys later.